California has become the first state to sue the Trump administration over its sweeping tariffs. The lawsuit contends that President Trump lacks the authority to unilaterally impose the new levies.
No state is poised to lose more than the state of California.
Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom argues his state, the world's fifth largest economy with industries from tech to agriculture, stands to lose billions. The White House continues to defend its tariff policy, calling it a, quote, historic effort to address the national emergency of a persistent trade deficit. The White House criticized the lawsuit, saying in part, quote, instead of focusing on California's rampant crime, homelessness, and unaffordability, Gavin Newsom is spending his time trying to block President Trump's historic efforts to finally address the national emergency of our country's persistent goods trades deficit. California Attorney General Rob Bonta joins us now. Attorney General Bonta, thank you for your time.
Honored to be with you. Thanks for having me.
You and Governor Newsom said Wednesday no other state will be impacted more by these tariffs. How so?
We're the largest state in the nation. We're the fifth largest economy in the world. Only 3 foreign nations and the United States of America have bigger economies than us. We're the largest importer of goods of any state, the second largest exporter, and we have 40 million incredible Californians, families, workers, businesses that are impacted. California has enormous purchasing power. We are impacted as well because the costs of goods impacted by these tariffs are rising. And so there's so much at stake for us. And that's why it was important for us to move assertively, move aggressively, and move quickly.
You mentioned second largest exporter, but your lawsuit points out California ranks first in agricultural exports, which totaled more than $23 billion in 2022. Where are those agricultural exports going, and what are farmers telling you?
The exports are in world demand, so they go all over the world. Our 3 biggest trading partners, of course, are China, Mexico, and Canada. So there's a lot of trade between those nations. The tariffs impact those nations for sure. And the farmers, including the farmer at whose home or at whose farm we were at yesterday in Ceres, in the Central Valley in California, Christine talked about the massive impact on her family farm that she's trying to keep afloat, the existential threat to her farm and her business. And that is not uncommon. We have farmers, we have businesses, we have mom and pops, we have people with a dream who've been keeping their business afloat, who are now facing the existential threat of shuttering their doors. And these tariffs are terrible for business, even though Trump suggests that he's a great businessman. The business community wants certainty, wants predictability. They've gotten chaos and uncertainty. The American people and Californians want lower costs. That's what they screamed during last election. Tariffs are raising their costs. And by the way, they're unlawful.
And
they're illegal.
Attorney General, why do you argue that the president cannot use the International Economic Emergency Power Act here?
Because he can't, because the word tariff is not mentioned anywhere in the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. In nearly 50 years since the IEEPA started in 1977 and was first passed, never has any president used it to impose tariffs, much less universal tariffs against every single one of our trading partners. The U.S. Constitution says that the right to tax, and tariffs are taxes, rests in the authority of Congress, not the executive branch.
But over the last century, there have been examples of Congress ceding its regulation authority to the executive branch. Why is this time different?
Yeah, absolutely right. And when the authority is clear and that delegation from Congress of tariff passage authority to the executive branch is clear, then it may happen. The IEEPA is not just not clear, it doesn't have any mention of a provision of tariff authority to the President of the United States. So the authority that he relies on for issuing these universal tariffs against every single one of our trade partners has no mention of the word tariffs, does not give him tariff imposition authority.
Earlier this month, Governor Newsom directed his administration to pursue new strategic trade partnerships, relationships with international partners to exempt California-made products from retaliatory measures. But your administration can't legally negotiate deals with other countries, right? So is it a company-to-company endeavor? How is that going to work?
Yeah, we're well aware of the international sovereign nation-to-sovereign nation relationships at issue here. At the same time, we want to make it clear we are the 5th largest economy in the world. The state of California is open for business and trade. We're not interested in any trade war with our longtime partners, our longtime allies. This is a creation, a man-made creation by one man, Mr. Trump, who has sent our the world economy, global economy into a tailspin, wreaking havoc, hurting recklessly and indiscriminately Americans and Californians, businesses and families and workers. And so we want to have good relationships with our trade partners. That's why Governor Newsom, with his incredible leadership, has met with world leaders, met with leaders in Canada recently to let them know our position and our posture is to continue to have great trade relationships with them as we have had.
Have you
for
had
decades.
any success yet?
Still evolving, but a lot of good conversations, which we hope will turn into action that will give Americans lower costs and give businesses opportunities to thrive.
California Attorney General Rob Bonta, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.